After you have trimmed all of your geese units, we're ready to start the log cabin piecing. And I want you to start with the half log cabin blocks first. There are 6 of these, and I'm going to show you how we trim the cutouts. These are the log cabin cutouts, and here you have these 2 big dashed arcs. We're going to cut on both of those lines. So start with your, this happens to be unit half log cabin A, but you're going to do it to all 6 of the A's and the B's. So just take your rotary cutter and place it on the dashed line, and then just cut an arc out right on the dashed line. Like that. And then we'll cut the smaller arc. So there you have 2 pieces. So let's flip this over. These are your blocks. This is your half log cabin block, and this is your log cabin cutouts. All of the cutouts we do on these blocks, the half log cabin blocks and the log cabin blocks, we're going to keep to the side. There's a pattern called spurs that you can use all of these and piece it, and we'll talk about that later on, but for now just put them off to the side and don't take the papers off yet. This piece that's cut out here is called the melon, and what you'll do later on is we're going to piece one of these flying geese units in this section here. So what you're going to do, all of your log cabin cutouts, your half log cabins, go ahead and take off the papers and tear towards the seam line. Take them off the melons, just like this. And then we'll take all of these papers off, except we're going to leave the paper that has the unit name in it. So I'm going to go through and start in the ends and just rip towards the seam again till all of these papers come off. Once you finish all 6 of the half log cabin blocks, this is what you'll have. This is unit half log cabin B, and I've left the paper in. It's in the center square, and all the papers have been taken off except for that, because that identifies that as log cabin block B. And then we will have 3 of these light melons, we call these melons, and 3 of the dark melons. So we have the A and the B units here. This one shows the unit A. Papers are still in. So for all of your 6 half log cabin blocks, you'll want to end up with these. And then just put these to the side. We'll work on these later. For the full log cabin blocks, these blocks, we are going to have 2 melons, a dark and a light melon, and we're going to have 2 log cabin cutouts, a dark and a light log cabin cutout. And you cut these the same way. You just cut on the dashed line. Here we have our light melon. And cut the light log cabin cutout. These arcs. And we're going to put that off to the side. Then flip this around and cut out these on the dark side. So there's our dark cut out melon. and here is our dark log cabin cutout. So we're going to save these melons off to the side, and the 2 log cabin cutouts put in your stack with your half log cabin block cutouts. This piece we call the bow tie, because it looks like a bow tie, and these we call melons. So go through, and all of your full log cabin blocks cut the same way. So when you end up, you will have a stack of the dark melons, a stack of the light melons, a stack of the bow ties, and then you'll have a large stack of the dark arcs, log cabin cutouts, and a large stack of the light log cabin cutouts. And these log cabin cutouts will all be placed on the side for now. We will use them in another quilt if you want to, and we'll talk about that at the end of this lesson. Once you have done all of these, you will remove the paper from these. These are done the same way. You tear off towards the stitching. So tear off all of the paper from your melons and all of the paper from your bow ties. You don't need to leave anything in the bow ties, because you know these are the full log cabin blocks. So you'll have these 3 stacks, and you'll have your stacks of your 6 half log cabin blocks that you did before.